Todd Monken is the new head coach of the Cleveland Browns. What does that mean for nephew Shedeur Sanders? I like the pair because Todd Monken was the offensive coordinator with the Baltimore Ravens. And the Baltimore Ravens were rumored to want to draft Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round if the Cleveland Browns didn't move up. The Browns moved up in the 5th round to select Shedeur Sanders. And allegedly, Shedeur is like, I really don't want to be with the Baltimore Ravens because I don't want to be behind Lamar Jackson. I don't want to be behind somebody that's established. I want to compete for the position. We all know how that ended up. Eventually, the Cleveland Browns, they got Shedeur. He won 3 out of 7 games, 3-4, the most out of any starter for the Cleveland Browns. So, I mean, we know Cavs fans, he was hating. We already know that. We won't have to establish that again in this video. But I think there is some mutual interest between Todd Monken and Shedeur Sanders. And I believe thoroughly in the process of selecting a new head coach, Andrew Berry brought up the idea, hey, do you think you can work with Shedeur Sanders? Do you think you can help in the maturation process of Shedeur Sanders? I'm going to show you some tapes of Shedeur Sanders. What do you think you can work with Shedeur? What do you think he can improve on? What do you think he's good at? Do you think you come in here and do what you did with Stetson Bennett IV at Georgia? They won back-to-back national titles with Todd Monken as the offensive coordinator with the Georgia Bulldogs. The past 3 seasons, Lamar Jackson probably should have been back-to-back MVPs under the tutelage of Todd Monken. Okay? He had 41 touchdowns, 4 interceptions under Todd Monken's offense in 2024. Did not win the MVP. Was first-team All-Pro. So Todd Monken knows offense. Okay? I'm not sure how he be as a leader of men. I'm pretty sure he's going to be all right. He's 60 years old. He's going to bring a wealth of experience on the offensive side. And I love this pairing. I love this pairing because I think Shedeur needs structure. I think Shedeur needs a disciplinarian. Kevin Stefanski was the direct opposite of what Coach Prime was. Coach Prime is a disciplinarian. We see with his regimen in Colorado with finding his players that he don't play around. Todd Monken is also a no-nonsense type of coach. I think that's what Shedeur needs. I think Shedeur works great inside of a structure that is solid. I don't think the structure was solid with the Cleveland Browns last year with Kevin Stefanski. I think there were rifts with the team on the offensive defensive side. That's not going to be a question next year because it's come out that Jim Schwartz is not happy about not being named the head coach. So he's probably not going to be the defense coordinator next year. So it's going to be Todd Monken's show, and he's going to be the guy in Cleveland, which I don't have an issue with. All right, he's an older guy, offensive savant. I like this move. I think that's the move the Browns needed. Browns needed somebody to come in that's going to be a disciplinarian, that's going to hold people accountable, and that's Todd Monken. He's going to be a no-nonsense type of coach. I love that for Shedeur because Kevin Stefanski was the exact opposite of that, and that's exactly what he had with Coach Prime being the coach his entire football career, and so Kevin Stefanski messed that up. I mean, get Kevin Stefanski out of here. We don't need that. Bring in somebody that's got structure, disciplinarian. That's Todd Monken. Todd Monken is going to help Shedeur mature so much, okay, for the reasons I just mentioned, and also on the field. Todd Monken is able to get the most out of the quarterbacks he has under his system. Stetson Bennett IV, not really great talent. Like, all the physical attributes of Stetson Bennett are like the polar opposite of what you have with Lamar Jackson. So he's able to be versatile and he's able to be unique depending on the individual that's under his tutelage as offensive coordinator. He was able to get the most out of Stetson Bennett. He's not really a great talent in comparison to what Lamar Jackson is. Lamar Jackson, uber talent. It's like Lamar Jackson is this on a scale. Stetson Bennett's like way down here, and then Shedeur's kind of closer to Lamar than Stetson Bennett. So Todd Monken is going to be able to get the most out of Shedeur Sanders, in my opinion, because he's been able to work with a myriad of talent and scale talent with Stetson Bennett and Lamar Jackson. Now Shedeur Sanders. It's a project, and I'm fascinated about this, okay, because I do think Todd Monken does like Shedeur Sanders. They wanted to pick him in Baltimore. So I think there's some mutual interest there. I think Todd Monken is looking at it as, hey, man, if I could get the most out of Stetson Bennett, who's nowhere near being a starter in the NFL, And then I took Lamar Jackson to MVP heights that we have not seen with Lamar Jackson since, I believe, his first MVP campaign. 41 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He looking at Shedeur like, man, I see some things I could work with Shedeur. I seen the tape of Shedeur, and I'm like, hey, if anybody is going to be able to get the most out of Shedeur Sanders, if anybody is going to be able to rock with Shedeur and, get Shedeur, to optimum level, it's Todd Monken. All right, let's go back to 2019 when Todd Monken was with the Cleveland Browns. He got Baker Mayfield almost over 4,000 yards. I think that was his second full season in the NFL. Nick Chubb, 1,400 yards rushing. And we had 2 1,000-yard receivers. That was the last time that Cleveland had all of those benchmarks. A quarterback throwing for over 3,500 yards, Baker Mayfield. Running back running for over 1,400 yards, Nick Chubb. And 2 receivers, 1,000 yards receiving, Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry. If the Browns get talent in place, if they get more receivers, I think Todd Monken is going to bring in receivers in the draft or in free agency. This offense is going to look different next year. This offense is going to be dynamic in 2025. I mean, the defense has solid players, and I think the defense is going to be all right. It's on the table with Todd Monken, in my opinion, at the Cleveland Browns, with this move and not going with somebody that's young. It's very much on the table that the Browns are in contention for the NFC North next year. Maybe I'm just being an optimistic Browns fan, but if offense was the biggest issue with the Cleveland Browns, and you're bringing in somebody the past 5 seasons that won back-to-back championships at Georgia, and also Coach Lamar Jackson to being one of the best quarterbacks, if not the best quarterback, statistically the last 3 seasons. I like the prospects that Shedeur Sanders has in front of him. I'm super excited about it because if anybody get the most out of Shedeur Sanders right now in the NFL, it's Todd Monken. And I mean, just because the Browns, took a flyer on Todd Monken, maybe he's going to be a great head coach. I mean, we don't know. People are saying everything to the contrary. We don't know. This guy has not been put in a position to be a head coach. We don't know. It's a lot of people out there in life that have not been given the opportunity to be the leader. When they get to that leadership position, it doesn't matter when they get there, they take it and they run with it. And I think that's going to be Todd Monken. All right, maybe I'm talking myself up into this. Maybe just because I like Shedeur Sanders, I think that's a good pair. We shall see. But I like to be optimistic, and I think there's a slam dunk move to get Todd Monken, a guy that's worked with Lamar Jackson the past 3 seasons. Who better to come in here and work with Shedeur Sanders than a guy that got that out of Lamar Jackson? I'm geeked. I'm excited. Let's go. Wrist up time, baby. All right, KSK Sports rolling out. Hey, like and subscribe. Peace.